but hopefully they won't. So this is, everybody can do that, right? And you get a lot of information. You do that across the board. Ask them. You get so many things. It can be your location. I have a lot of friends here. Whatever it is, use those points to incorporate into your EVP. You can also, of course, make it more formal, set up some focus groups, use climate surveys to try to actually get this information. Okay, just a few more slides, then we can eat and drink again. What I should mention also, generations at work. I'm sure you must have heard that, so you are sick of it, but generations at work is we have new people coming which are at the moment up to early 30s. We call that the Y generation. And I saw research that those young people will have 14 jobs by the age of 36. Wow, 36, wow, that's a lot, yeah? So for all of us, including HR people, we have a challenge. We have to start living with the fact that people will not join a company for life. They will actually change almost every year because they will go where the fun is. So that's just another motivation to actually get going with this. We have the X from early 30s up to, say, late 40s. It's about 15 years in each of those generations. And then you have the baby boomers as well. And I saw a statistic from Pew, PEW, that said of the Y generation, the younger people, some 75% are on a social network. And very soon, social network will be the way we communicate with each other. Emails is going down. Sorry about that. If you look then at the baby boomers, how many are on social networks? You can guess it, 30%. And if you're over 75, which is the C, sorry, not the C, the silent generation, only 6%. So quite clear, the way we communicate with people is different, right? And you have to take that into consideration as well. What else? Mars versus Venus. Has anybody read John Gray? One of my favorite authors. Really a good, he's made so many good books. Men Are From Mars and Women From Venus is probably his most famous one, right? But he's made a lot of other good books. And he's talking about the difference between men and women, not only what you see outside, but a lot of things happen in here, inside, that makes it different when you have a female manager. In the US now, 51% of the workforce is actually female now, and it will increase. The biggest increase on universities in the US come from women. Women are taking over. Yeah, that's good. Can't wait. Maybe something to do with that. Has anybody heard about, what was the name again, Greg? Murphy's Law? Okay. I have another one for you, which is called Packard's Law. Packard was actually the founder of Hewlett-Packard. So, I think he has a few achievements. This is what he said, that, just read this for a moment for yourself. No company can consistently expand revenues faster than its ability to accumulate enough of the right people to carry out growth and still become a great company. So in other words, he says, if you don't have the people, the right people, then that is actually what is going to give you the opportunities or not. In the future, it's not going to be about whether you can get enough money from the banks. It's whether you can find the people to do it, right? And that's where the EVP comes in. So my second to last slide, I think it is. So here it is. So the solution to what I've talked about today, the demographic and generational change, is not a matter of market agility, i.e. product marketing and so on. It's a matter of your positioning in the market as an employer, what we call strategic corporate positioning. So keep that in mind. That's basically it. Okay, there you go. It's supposed to, no, it's not going to work. Okay, anyway, we'll just leave it like that. So this was the grand finale, right? Which didn't come. Yeah, but now you can all wonder, what the hell is it, right? Yeah, I wonder. But yeah, it's supposed to, anyway, doesn't matter, because this is the last slide. So this was the end of the presentation. I tried to do it quick. I could have talked to you for hours, because this is a passion of mine. I love talking about this subject, but I'm going to hang around. I brought my bodyguard who actually works with me, which is Greg Shand. You were supposed to clap, actually. Did you do that? Oh, okay, thank you. Yeah. So we have time for a few questions before we let you loose on the food and the drinks. So who's going to be the first one? You have a question?
I don't know.
Oh, can you have one?
Well, I have many questions in life.
Okay, yeah, well, you tell me, we can handle that as well.
No, thanks. No, it's a clear presentation. Thank you very much.
Question?
Question, please.
Who's going to be the first? Thank you.
Hello. I did hear the word EVP.
EVP, yeah.
Please say what it means.
EVP means employee value proposition. Employee value proposition. So it's the points that will sell your company. It's the reasons why somebody should work for your company. And that can be a perfect location. It can be the view from the office. It can be the free canteen, the nice, whatever. It can be many things, right? Yeah. That's what this is all about. Come on, what are you saying?
Okay, so you're training employers on how to conduct their company or produce their company. How do you train your candidates?
When we
Do you do the same?
oh, absolutely, we do. Yeah, absolutely. I should maybe just for everybody's information, we do executive search, so we will help clients find top executives, which means the head, CEO, MD, and then the heads of departments just below that, right? Head of sales, head of accounting, head of HR. That's all we do. But when we actually start the whole process, that takes a long time. When it comes to the point where they have to come and meet with us the first time, we actually send a message, an email as it is, to tell the candidates coming to meet us that this is where we live, this is who you're going to meet. The agenda of the meeting is like that. It's going to take 2 hours. The interview technique we use is called behavior-based interview technique. We'd like you to prepare, so and so, right? So that's the first one. Those few people that eventually will go to the client will get a mail that, if you print it out, it's probably 3 pages, where we actually tell candidates, how to find the place, who are they going to meet, the telephone number, the techniques, how to answer the questions. What is your compensation right now, or what are you, how did you find this job, right? It's a long list, right? So yes, we have a lot of steps in the process. These were just 2 that we use.
So it must be quite, I would guess, quite a high success rate for interview to...
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Because we're not selling resumes, right? We spend months and months we spend time with the client to see not only the technical skills, but what is the culture in the company, and we try to match that as well. We use different assessment tools, so it's quite fancy, actually, I would say. And for those who wonder how much is a real headhunter charging, headhunters, not only us, but those 5 that we have in Thailand, charge about 4 times the monthly package. So if you offer a salary of 200, then you will pay 800. If you go down to the next level, they will charge you 3 times, but then you have to do quite a bit of work yourself. Actually, there's no secret, right? The more you do yourself, the cheaper it is, right? The more you ask somebody else, you obviously have to pay for that, right? So and the cheapest one is 1 month, and that would be for very, people at the entry level, for example, right? That will only be 1 month.
What's your field?
Our field, if when I get this question, I think most people will think, what industry or what functional area? My answer is, we specialize in top executives. And I know this is probably not what you thought about, but the reason is that our methodology that we use is actually made in such a way that we can assess leadership skills, business acumen, and things that you must do at leadership because technical